Hi. Hold on, we'll put this on the right screen so it's actually showing stuff. And also so it maybe lowers this volume. There we go. Okay. Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome in. First of all, wait, hold on. Where are the fucking alerts? Congrats on getting first, Trevor. Second and third are still up for grabs. Hi Teo, hi Papo, hi NJD. Thank you for the subs, all three of you. Yeah, I've never heard of a treasure train before. I don't know what it does. I know there's a hype train, but I don't know if it's a separate thing or what the deal is. Anyways, yes. Hi everyone. Hold on, who else said hi? Hi Trevor, hi Teo. Nice to play your guts. Hi Cookie. Which VoD were you watching? God, I need to... It catches me off guard just how long it's been since I've uploaded on there, because like it's usually like 4 or 5 times a week. Yes, welcome in. Hi Leoto. Hi Juan. You're all doing good. Yes, so apologies for disappearing for like 2 months. That wasn't really the plan. Also, I really hope that my model is not lagging out as much as it looks like he's on my screen. It better not be. I don't know whatever. You know what? If he is, we'll all die. Congrats getting second, Teo. Hi, Queen of Cringe. Congrats getting second, Teo. But yeah, I got really busy and really sick and was kind of fighting for my life just to try and get videos out. I didn't even get the videos out. But on that note, first of all, the most recent video, the Kaname Date one, is in the pinned comment. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And also I'm going to be putting out a Process of Elimination one on Sunday. I have been like struggling to get the footage for that game because like it's so long. That game, I thought that maybe it took that long because I just like stopped and talked. No, that game is just talking. Considering thirds play your guts. And since it's all like there's only Japanese voice acting, I can't just like listen for it. I have to be watching it because I have to like take notes of whatever happens. Because the way that I do things for like those, actually, I guess we're getting a bit distracted or whatever. The way I do things for those really long videos is that like I write my script, I get everything ready to go, but I also have notes on like what sort of moments I want to include, and like I'll make comments in the script that I want to reference. And then if it's a game like this or Danganronpa, Inescapable, and Your Turn to Die also had this sort of thing where like I just play through the entire game and just take notes of literally everything that happens. So like I have somewhere in my apartment, there's 3 full notebooks of all the Your Turn to Die notes. I don't even want to think about it. The Danganronpa ones are atrocious. And also unreadable, because I did those ones physically, and like my handwriting isn't good, and you're trying to go fast anyways. 3 stream watch streak. I love that streak extends across months. Actually, I guess if you were here for 3 streams in a row, that would mean you were here for 1 in October, 1 in November, and 1 in December. Or not even December, January. Hi, Orvlaw. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so the Process Elimination one will be out on Sunday. The Psycho Sleuth one will be out the Sunday after that, which actually works out really well because they sent me a Steam code for myself as well as one other person. So I'll be giving away a code for Psycho Sleuth on there. And then 2 weeks after that, it'll be the one about video games and mysteries. That'll be, I think, February 1st. And then after that, we go from there and we figure it out. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Also, hi, Bread Golem. It was a pretty good holiday, all things aside from overworking myself a little bit, but that's just how I act, I guess. We're gonna replay the entire series. I'm playing it in the same order that I played in the first go round. So as has been discussed, we played V3, then we played 1, and then we played 2, or at least that's how I played it. V3, 1, then 2. So we played V3 first. Those VODs are already up on the channel. I think actually those are from over a year ago, weren't they? Hold on. Sorry, I'm already getting distracted. Please tell me I also started recording, right? Yes, okay, good. When did we do V3? I think that was like last year, or the year before last, I guess, during like the Donathon that time, because I was trying to get them done for the video, and then the video didn't come out for like a year anyways. Yeah, finished playing it in November of 2024. So we're going to get through Trigger Happy Havoc, and then right after that, we're going to get into Goodbye Despair, and then hopefully by that point, Danganronpa 2x2 will be out, and then we'll be able to start with that, which I'm very excited for. And the problem with that one is like, I just know we're going to be fucking... It's going to be spoiled everywhere. So I need to like binge that shit in like a minute. You've been killed by Renegade. Oh God. Investigation in the cell block. Yeah. So in that one, what you're going to need to do is you need to use the map light. I actually literally just did that one today for the footage. So like the way you have to get around him is like, you have to kind of bait him down with because he'll just chase wherever incompetent is. So you use incompetent down, like you bring him one turn down towards the bottom of the cells, and then once he started going there, you use map-wide movement to bring him all the way to the very top of the map. And then after that, you'll need Armor and Doleful. Armor will do like the analysis on him, or no, Doleful will do analysis, and then Armor will do the assist to kill him, and then it knocks him out. Honestly, maybe. Hey, sorry, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, the man. Look, I mean, this is the thing, is that's part of why that video is taken so fucking long, is because like it's complicated to talk about, because that first one is really fun. Like that first case, sorry, I have all my stuff on my second monitor now. Like that first case was so much fun. It was so crazy, and then it kind of gets all gas leaky. Yeah, so if you press the Y button when you're like, you press move and then you press the Y button, it'll allow them to move anywhere in the map. They just can't do anything else. Yeah, I can't even remember which one that would have been. God, what an insane game. Yeah, it took a long time to make because I had to figure out how I felt about it and then figure out how to communicate that in words. Yes. I'm gonna fuck up a bunch because I'm gonna forget the controls. No worries, happy to help. Look at that, I'm an ally. Also, I just realized I should probably put this into performance mode so it doesn't break itself too bad. Also, I will let you guys know there's so much footage on my computer. Like just this one video alone, I don't know how much is this taking up. It's not even done yet. I haven't even got all the footage for process elimination yet. It's like half a terabyte and it's still not finished. I'm not sure about Ultra Despair Girls. I'm like, because my thing is, everyone already knows that game is bad, and like I'm sure I'll hate it too from what I've seen. I've read, like I know what happens roughly in the story because like I've read up on it, but I don't want to. If no one else had ever played Ultra Despair Girls before, I would rip it. It would be fun because then I could trash it. But like anything that could be said for Ultra Despair Girls already has been. So if I'm playing it, it's just to suffer, which maybe we'll do someday. Maybe I'll make that a donathon reward at some point just to put me through it. But yeah, like I Stitch. It's okay, don't worry. We haven't started yet because I've been yapping. So thank you for the sub, Stitch. Thanks so many subs. But yeah, no, God, I'm not used. Hold on, let me actually. Let me bring my iPad over here so I can actually read the chat without having to like break my neck and fall all the way over there. Stuff is not set up properly because it's been so long since I streamed. Oh god. Oh, this doesn't even really work, does it? Because it's still. Ugh. This desk is not set up. You know what? Whatever. You guys are just gonna have to put up with me looking to the side occasionally. I've also been having my fucking. For those who don't know, my content has like fallen off a lot on YouTube. Like the views are bad. YouTube is not showing me very many, or my videos very many people. So I've just kind of had my iPad playing my video in the back, or videos in the background for months, or not months, weeks. Just like playing them on a loop in a playlist because every time my videos have popped off, that's what I've done for like a month or so. Because eventually it convinces the algorithm that whatever I like on my personal channel is what everyone else who watches my channel might like, or what those people like. We're getting there. I'm hoping by the time of process elimination. I don't actually know if it does work, but I've bought into it. Also, hi Pikmin fan, welcome in. Yes, the tag does say mpreg for engagement because everyone always asks. I mean, I'm sure it would be uncomfortable, Trevor, but also that's the point. Beauty is pain. Anyways, I don't even know I don't think we have any skills. Oh, we have Melodia's voice. Sure. Okay. Picture of pain. Who would ever mpreg Makoto?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Oh, what is the fucking control for auto again? Why does it not have... Oh, wait. Isn't that somewhere else? No. That's concerning. Well,
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived
Tab does
everyone
something
else
Tab didn't do
will
anything, I don't think.
graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Thanks, Q.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Also depends what you know about Danganronpa. But yeah, for now we'll assume that it's inappropriate.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because
I'm
they
using controller.
died.
Or mouse. Why did I say
Friendship
controller?
penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us
For the
to begin
16th
with,
student
so why are there 16
Hiding somewhere in the
seats?
school.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
See, there's room for
Okay,
16 people. It's
that
fine.
about does it for the preamble.
If there were a 16th
ready
student,
to
they would go
get
there.
started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Honestly, if anyone doesn't hate Hifumi, I would assume that like I don't know if people who are fans of Hifumi would end up in my server or in my channel in MySpace. It's ready to speak up about anything or about everything. But I have to read these because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? No. We're playing this game like we're Game Grumps. Read no instructions, understand no part of the game, fuck it up tremendously, and be angry as if the game is at fault.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Thanks.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Okay.
And the murder took place
remember
in
the
Makoto's
controllers.
room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I thought it would be like this for some reason. Hi, Travis and Nana.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try
what
to
did he do in the summer
remember
camp
how my
spin-off?
room looked.
V3 does.
With the way
I mean,
things had been damaged,
my opinions on
I
V3
think
have been well
we can
established,
definitely
but
assume there was a struggle.
V3 hits some of the highest highs in the franchise, but also really some of the lowest
Struggle?
lows.
Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
One's biggest
So
burden
you're
is this
saying
first trial, though, which is so
Sayaka
slow
wasn't
and
caught by
tedious.
surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Okay, I keep forgetting that her accent isn't actually as over-exaggerated as I keep thinking. As I like. Also, I'm gonna turn on the music volume because this is a lot. I feel like I'm too quiet for it. Oh, that's the quietest it can go. Party, love that. I do feel like it's kind of drowning out their voices, though. But in my head, I always assume that she's like Yvette the maid from the Clue movie, where she's like, "Bon d'accord, but it is dark upstairs and I'm frightened of the dark, mon dieu." Phase in V3, Kirumi, Rentaro, Mew. Oh, interesting. It sounds like it'd be good, Travis. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it's Makoto in the demos. When I was a little girl, I had a fear of spiders, but not of gothic Lolita castles. Sorry, that was bad. We'll move on. I just always assume
The
it's a
killer
lot more
followed her in,
dramatic than it is.
And that's where they finished the job.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's actually...
That much should have been obvious after taking one
That's
look
part of
at
what I'm
the
talking
scene.
about in the...
It shouldn't even need explaining.
the video about why it's so hard for video games to get mysteries right. Because, like, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but that is part of it, at least, is that, like, the exact correct level of hand-holding in a video game is so fucking hard.
Sorry.
I'm Team Kaido.
Okay, so
Because
what's
Kokichi...
next?
I think...
Next is the subject of the murder
Hold on,
weapon.
wait. There's a tweet that I just saw. That I said it was Edo, but it's also kind of Kokichi. Yeah, characters have to be a little bit awful in ways that you can't defend. It's good for the ecosystem. Your Honor, he did do that. He did in fact do that. Like, that is the perspective from which I will defend Kokichi. The same reason I'll defend, like, Edo. Caribbean, call it. Yeah, gamer pain is one of those things where it's like, once you start seeing the average gamer, you will understand why shit needs to be painted that way.
Like a real trial.
And I'm also stupid, so like I've been the person who probably needed it. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. I think they kill him in the 2x2 demo, right? Because they didn't have a demo for Goodbye Despair originally, so they didn't have him die there. So they've made up for that with the demo for this new one, which I think is great.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
You are just batting 100 here.
The murder weapon.
I mean, he hasn't been wrong yet.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. You know what?
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife.
This is the hardest part about trying to avoid any sort of spoilers. That's why I want to get through these games fast too, so I can talk more about them while playing through at least 2x2.
After the murder, we discovered that
I will say,
one of the
if anyone
knives
does
from the
spoil 2x2
kitchen
for
was
me, I'm
missing.
gonna kill them. Like, I will show up at your house.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
So I mean, Travis, the other Danganronpa games don't hold your hand this much in the first trial, but this one,
out of her stomach.
for understandable reasons, does.
And if
Like,
you look real close,
I get it, but I wish
could
it didn't
totally
do it.
see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife.
Important
but
difference
where
there,
does that
Trevor.
Get us?
Kiyotaka is correct, and I've been keeping a running tally of this while I've been recording like the footage for this. I don't think Pasha. I'm in the second investigation of chapter 4, and I don't think she's been right once, which is really incredible. Yeah, the first time I played through these, I think Squidgy was watching, or like Squidgy got 1 and 2 for me after I played V3, and he was watching, and he was like, "Yeah, V3 used voice actors from the first 2 games." I was like, "Oh, I wouldn't even realize," but I'm terrible at that sort of thing.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Wow, Leon, that is certainly an interesting interpretation of the facts.
Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Travis, I am.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise,
Tail,
what's the point of the trial?
I don't know if that's a real quote, but it sounds like it is.
Well,
I also
we can
have
talk
played.
all we want. It's not going to change that
Oh
conclusion.
fuck! I got through
I don't think that's true at all.
the first
I'm sure if we keep
Ace
at
Attorney
it,
game, and I got
something
like
new
halfway
will
through the
reveal
second
itself.
one, and it was the big top.
You really
whatever
believe that?
fucking big top, whatever the fuck it was, and I got halfway through that and stopped because it was pissing me off. She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. I keep meaning to back to Ace Attorney, but then I also have so many other games to play. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. I think I had a voice from it at some point, but I don't. A bit more to learn about nonstop debates. Actually, what we are gonna no. Let's go Game Grumps. Big Top Circus. Wherever there are tops, it's a circus. Big Top Tournament. Yeah, that was what everyone said too. When I was like,
So
I
I
had to
guess
kind of
there's
stop
no
because it
question
pissed
that
me
the
off.
kitchen knife was
Everyone
the
was like,
murder weapon.
yeah, that
But
is
where
an
does that get
understandable one.
us?
I will eventually go back because it's not that bad. It just was like,
Kitchen, right?
I don't know what it was about it that was annoying me.
Secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Thank you, Ace. He can wear even less
Next,
clothes.
you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Oh, fuck, did it not work? Why is it not? Okay, well, I guess I'll have to manually... Hold on, let me check and see this. Oh, it's probably just not... Where's my mouse? This doesn't show up on here anymore, right? No, okay, good. I'll fix that. I think it's just that it got disconnected from Twitch, actually, because it's been so long. Connect. Authorize that. Valérie Doléan. Oui. Okay, so... I think it should be fine now. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Okay, so it isn't working. Fuck. Because it's not cooperating. Hold on. Let's see here. Why don't they work? Oh, okay. Why is this not connecting? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, it's working now. Okay. We figured it out. Wait, also, let me just hide this again. Yes, a little bit of breast boobs, jugs, and titties. As long as want to do. Nice. Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
I did like work in Quebec for a while, so I could speak French decently for a bit.
And at any point
Also,
while you were there,
I feel like
did you ever see me
I've
come
become so
into the
negatively
dining hall?
polarized against Expedition 33 because of how it swept the Game Awards, which like would be one thing if 100 Line ever got nominated, but it shouldn't, or it didn't.
Think so?
And I think that any system that
No,
rewards
he
Expedition
definitely
33 with a
wasn't there.
record-breaking number of awards, but
The
doesn't
knife
even acknowledge the
disappeared while
existence of 100
Kino
Line,
was in the dining hall.
is proof
But
that
I
it's
wasn't
not.
there the entire time.
It's just like,
In other
honestly,
words,
it's the art
there's
style.
no way I could have taken the knife.
If the 100 Line was styled like Expedition 33 and
Okay,
vice versa,
Then what about this?
100 Line would have been the one with 13
What if
awards.
the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to
I've heard of
protect
that one
each other?
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Say physics. Well, not
Speaking
really, actually.
Of which,
I think they just look
I'd like
they
to
do.
ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
I think
so
that
you ask,
the 100 Line has a
so I
niche
shall
audience.
answer. Each murder is allowed
it's
to
niche
have
because
an
people don't
accomplice,
want to look past
but
the art
only the
style.
one who does the killing will get to graduate.
And also, yeah, the generative AI stuff.
So in
is,
other words, two people
and they keep
can work together,
backtracking it, and
but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
I don't know.
Then
I
there's
found
no
their
way
excuses
anyone
about
would
the
work
AI stuff
together,
not
right?
super convincing.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't
Thank you
know
for that
about the
Jacob. I was actually
rules?
just drinking some water.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Also, yeah, I mean, for the Steam Awards, I think I put Silk Song 2. But I don't know. I think Expedition 33 has become one of those games like Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 7 where it's like a certain segment of the gamer population thinks it is the only game to exist. The ball and gun gamers find one RPG every 5 to 10 years, and it's the only one. It's like how people thought Game of Thrones was the only fantasy there for a while. Or like the only fantasy that wasn't like lame and for nerds. It's cool fantasy that fucks. Like, I think that, I don't know. I'm also working on that. Oh, by the way, ball and gun gamers are gamers who only like games that have gun or ball. So sports or shooters. But like, I don't know. I think like 100 Line is such a good fucking game. And I think that I'm kind of glad that more people don't get into it because I think also there's some people who, I don't want the ball and gun gamers getting into anything related to these games because I don't think that Tokyo would survive them. But like, I don't know. It's a lot.
Oops. Did I
And I do
say
think that there's
out
nothing
loud?
that Expedition 33
Anyway,
didn't do
I
anything
didn't
that
go to the
100
dining
Line
hall,
didn't, but 100
and I
Line did a
didn't
lot of
take
shit
the
that Expedition
knife.
33 did not.
So I'm not the killer.
And again, to be
Okay,
clear,
so then
it's fine
who
that
did
100 Line
take the
didn't win
knife?
like a million awards. I don't think it, like, I'm not delusional. I don't think it would have, even if it got nominated for stuff. But like, the fact that it didn't get nominated for like any sort of innovations or any sort of like no storylines, no narrative writing, like it is such a phenomenal feat of like writing and design and storytelling that like even if Expedition 33 had won everything but 100 Lines still got nominated a couple times, it wouldn't piss me off so bad. But like, oh, I know which one you're talking about, Silly Guts. It's the one that was based on like the talk show thing, wasn't it? I don't know. I think it works out really well. I think like it handles the timelines well enough. But I mean, I may be also a little bit biased because I really like the
Hina
timelines.
seems
I
the
ended on.
obvious candidate.
True,
After all, she just
And I
said
think,
she
yes,
was in
that's
the
the one.
dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Yeah, I mean that's also the
Sure,
thing too, is
but
that
can
like
you or anyone else prove that?
if Expedition 33 was Japanese themed
That's
instead
right.
of, you know,
Sakura was with me the
French
entire
themed.
time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
I think it's better that it doesn't have too tight of a
Actually,
story. I think
no. Because,
I mean, I don't think that. I'd say it's a tight story. It is just a
Just
big
spit
story.
it out
Like
already.
it doesn't, for how long it
I
is, it
stayed
really
in
doesn't
Hina's
meander
room last
nearly as
night.
much as it could.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Sakura, the absolute icon
Which
that everyone
means
is so fucking
we
mean
have
to.
airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Sakura has no haters in the real world, but goddamn does she
So,
have them in the fucking game.
I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem.
Which is insane.
A boy and a girl spending the
Like-
night together? It's unwholesome.
Kodaka got woke in a hurry after this
I'm a
one.
girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
I mean, that's also true, Trevor. I know, like,
Actually, there
a lot of
is
other people had
one
a lot
other
of fun with different
possibility.
routes.
Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like seriously, what is it with
One
this
other
one game
person
and
did
being
come
like
to the dining hall
so
while
much
we were
more
there.
offensive and insensitive
Why didn't you
on
say
so
so in
many
the first
of these
place?
things that are just like that don't ever appear in any of the other
because
games?
they're not here anymore.
Somebody's not here. Are you talking about? I wonder who.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Actually, I did do. I mean, I've talked about this before. I did a stream with I think it was Bo and Lunex, and we did like a Danganronpa who deserved better or worse. Or we did a tier list of Danganronpa characters based on who deserved better or worse. I wonder if I still have it in here. I'm certain I saved it, but I can't remember where. I'm sure we put Sakura right at the very top. Let me see here. It's a different tier list. I do not have it anymore. Oh, there it is. Danganronpa Who Deserved It tier list with Bo and Lunex. Let me see if it'll actually open. What was I going to try and open it with? Oh, it's open. Fuck. We'll check and see. Okay. So in the They Were Robbed category, we had actually that's not exposed either. I could probably just show the screen. I could probably show the. Why am I not just showing the picture on here? I'm dumb. It really has been a hot minute since I actually did any of this. I apologize for stopping on a point where it also was just dead silent. That's my bad. Let's see here. Where the fuck is it? Danganronpa Who Deserved Better and Worse. Or Who Deserved a tier list. It is like weirdly very crunchy. And I'm not sure why. But we had also, these are like our collective opinions. So some of us got to veto some characters and either put them higher or lower, which is why some of them are a little weird. But we had Chiaki, Chihiro, Kaede, Rantaro, Gonta, Kaido, Maki, Kibo, and Mew, and They Were Robbed. Again, the consensus I feel like among our group at least was that V3, a lot of highs and a lot of lows. Deserved better was Kirumi, Gundam, Sakura, Tenko. Why did I not remember her name? Taka, Ibuki, Peko, Mondo, Mikan, and Celestia. Celestia, I think we argued with that one where it was like, no spoilers or anything like that, but it was like we allowed that one. Seems about right. It was Shuichi, Aoi, why did I never remember his name? Ultimate Yakuza. Junko. Fuck, why can't I remember these characters' names? Fuyuhiko, yes. I know his name too. God, I'm so dumb. Yeah, he said Aoi. You hear what you want to hear. Ultimate Mechanic, I think it was. But why am I not remembering his name? I know it. Kazuichi, yes. The one with fucking Ms. Cracker hips. Hajime Nagito. Nagito seems just about right. Does sound true, I guess. Nakamaru, Leon. God, you know what? I agree with most of these still, I think. I'm trying to think if there's any that I don't agree with. I stand by it for the most part. Have you seen like the first, hold on. I think I also might have this saved somewhere. We'll get back into the actual game soon, I promise. But I'm certain I saved this too, because I was getting footage at some point and I saw Soda in the background of like one of the early scenes in Danganronpa 2, and he just is like, the hips are doing a lot. Where the fuck is it though? Sorry, we can't find it in like 5 seconds. We'll just get back into the actual game. I apologize. Because it's not in here, which means it should be in here. And or maybe not. Maybe I'm a liar. I might be a liar. I don't know. Why do I not have that anymore? I don't know. It definitely is like a very noticeable weird thing he's got going on with his hips. Like they are padded like crazy. Also, why is my mouse dying? God, I got a new mouse for Christmas and I really do like it, but it does not want to stay connected fucking ever. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find that, unfortunately. But I mean, it's like the very first scene where he like walks into the classroom in Goodbye Despair, and you can see him in the background, and his hips are just like going crazy. His Viv's lie. Oh my god, that's something that actually that reminds me. Over the time where I was away from stream, I got really invested in learning the Shakira song with the Bizarre app. I can't remember how to say his name. Like the recording sessions with him. And I was like so proud of myself that I learned how to sing it and like get all the words right. Because it's like, it's all in Spanish and it's like a pretty fast song, relatively speaking, for someone who doesn't speak the language. And I'm so proud of myself. Well, person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
We can't have, I fear.
That's the only possibility.
Also, I just realized, wait.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
I think in the past I was using a guide
when
for
she
this,
came into the
this first one
dining
shouldn't be too
hall,
hard.
she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Oh my god.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Shut the fuck up,
No,
Toko.
you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Like, I have to give credit to his voice actor because, like, I do fucking hate this character, and a lot of it is because the voice actor does such a good job. God, I feel you. When he's kissing you. They don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto
Oh,
is
thank
the
you,
killer,
Ideal Detective and
wouldn't you
Kyoko
say?
Kirigiri.
Because you see,
I
if
haven't
the
played
room
it and I know
did
what line
belong
you're
to the
talking
killer,
about.
then they did something most bewildering.
I think everyone knows that line.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply
don't think I
can't
do.
declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Hold on. Let me try and adjust my mic a little bit.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No. Makoto doesn't know anything. Fuck, it's Hangman's Gambit. You know what? Actually, I do want to learn more because I don't know what the controls are. Important piece. Okay. Use the phrase and letters. Okay. So it is just left mouse. Okay, I was worried there was some other shit to it. I should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. You can just figure out what that something is. I got it!
Now I understand!
Well...
That's right!
I didn't expect you
There
the
wasn't a
first two
single
letters.
hair on the floor.
Oh well.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my
I don't think we need to
hair
tell
at
what
the
that line
crime
is.
scene if
I know
the
which one
crime
it is.
scene is in my
I
room.
think if you're talking about the
The
specific line
reason
anyways,
all
I
the
think we
hair
just
was
keep it to
gone
ourselves.
was to
Because
remove any trace that Sayaka had
anyone who
ever
hasn't
been
seen
there.
it will save it until
That
they
makes sense, does it not?
encounter it naturally.
No. If that were the case, they would have
As
had
God
to do
intended.
something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely.
Someone with a distinctive
It's
hair
simply
color.
beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
A fair few of the characters share a hair
I
color.
would like
or
to
at least
hear
close
these
enough.
reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
It's like that scene in
Sayaka was
Inescapable
attacked in the
with
main
the-
room
with
first,
Gio.
then fled into the bathroom.
You have to
right?
watch the whole thing.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
I rewatched the Inescapable video the other day because like I don't usually go back and watch my own videos super frequently because I just kind of don't really feel the need to a lot of the time. But that one, it's been a while and I wanted to see what it, like how I felt about it still. And God, it's...
And how did the
still so
killer
fucking
get into
funny.
the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Oh, she did. Oh.
What
oh, yeah,
do you
no, I can hear it
mean?
now. This is the thing is I'm so bad at
It's
recognizing
fairly
these.
certain that the
Yeah,
killer
like,
had some
Sakura and
trouble getting into
Kyoko,
the bathroom.
you could confuse them if they were like, if you only saw a single strand of it.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
So struggles to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Are we... What?
I got it!
Okay. I don't know how many times I
Evidence that
pressed the right
killer
click
had
there.
trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely
I'm
broken.
glad I could help Juan. So many people...
See how the top part was unscrewed? And
The
the,
number-
doorknob's about ready to fall off?
The number of people who reacted to the Inescapable, or like who saw the Inescapable video and that was their reaction of like, wow, thanks for helping me know what not to do. It's like the same thing with the sexualizing men video, the number of artists who were like talking about how they're like, wow, this helps me like think about this differently, or like, I think you did a good job. Like those sort of things are really fun.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond
I really
suspicion.
am.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. Maybe one day, Stitch. I wasn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? If you want to learn about non-stop debates, would you like to hear more? No. I'm assuming it's telling me that I can get rid of white noise. Oh, I didn't even know they had a wiki.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Maybe it's what absorbing them.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong. The reason
Also,
my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
if you want to know some real drama, or some, not drama, I guess, something stupid. While I was watching the Escapable video, I was like, well, I wonder what they're up to. I think they've released a new game, but I was looking at their, like, the head of Dreamloop's Twitter page, and you will not be surprised to learn that he's apparently at least dabbling a bit in ChatGPT. I was like,
After all, the
that sounds
girls'
about right
rooms
for
are
you.
the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
I think I'm not very
Yes,
Yallypole at
now
all.
that you mention it, that is true.
I think I'm just gay.
Then
Wanna be
why
Yallypole,
didn't your
but I haven't
bathroom
learned
door
enough about it.
open?
Because it was
Yeah,
stuck.
least surprising reveal.
Huh? What are you talking
He also
about?
like tagged Twitch
My
in the
bathroom door
art
doesn't fit
air
in the
quotes that
frame
he
quite
made
right.
for it.
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
The only reason I would believe it wasn't Teo is
But the
because the
killer
game's
didn't
too
know
old.
that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
And Escapable came out in November of 2022.
Okay, but
And
then
when did
why
that?
would the
No.
killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
been
Everyone should
November
have
20
known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Was it 2020?
The killer
It was
could
2023.
easily
Never
make that
mind. I keep forgetting
mistake,
what year we're in.
thanks to one important detail
Yeah,
about the
It was
scene of
November
the crime.
2023. So I mean, it could have, but like, I think that one was written by them. Killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door was or actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Yeah, same, Trevor.
What? Are
Deal with the general
saying
public
the
enough.
culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet,
I don't think an
he's
AI could come up
absolutely
with the
right.
Wonderland scene. I think that requires human brain damage.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and
ChatGPT would have just made
Sayaka
it
had
boring in
switched
an uninteresting
rooms,
way. This was bad in a
which
way
is
that
what
is
led to the
fascinating.
misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then
Yeah.
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to
When we
break
say the
through.
worst of human creativity is still better than the best of generative AI, unfortunately that means inescapable.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting
Nice,
time
congrats,
trying to
my
break
guys.
down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
is
that was
a definite possibility.
Was that Tetra
So the
Danganronpa?
killer would have to be someone who
It was like the
didn't
web
know
series.
they'd switched rooms?
Then
I was actually gonna
Makoto couldn't have done it.
I had been hoping to make a video about getting like about the fangans in general, because I think like they're really, it's such an interesting thing to have like a whole like mini genre of games that are just based on being fan games, because I feel like there aren't that many games in the world that have like such a robust environment of fan games like this. I think it's because Danganronpa's format works really well for it. Not that most of the fan games ever get finished. They usually get the prologue and then they die, which is why I'm like very excited for Project Eden's Garden, which seems to have crossed that hurdle. God knows if it'll ever be done, but at least the hope is there. Yeah, Danganronpa was one of the ones that I was like, people had recommended it to me, and it was one I kept meaning to catch up on, but then it was just like, the AI stuff came out, then it all fucking imploded. Like, that was an interesting point to be on Twitter, where like you're very tangentially connected to this discussion that's happening, but you are seeing all of it. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm
I keep getting,
but I give
get all
up.
those.
Quit without saving.
Okay, thanks, Afumi. Also, every time I don't go on Instagram very often, but every time I do, it always immediately is like AI boyfriends, and it's like, if I ever have an AI boyfriend, I need you guys to put me down. Like, if I ever get that sad and lonely, it's irredeemable for me. Like, just save me the struggle.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we
That's the
just
problem,
vote
Trevor, is
right
that-
now? Majority rules.
Have you watched the Game Grumps
Majority
play these
rules?
games?
You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh,
God,
as a matter of fact, I do
I've
have one
seen
question.
those. Well, these ones are like specifically for
You.
game
You
and
don't
ads that
gotta
I've
sound
seen.
so disappointed.
And I think the My Boyfriend is AI
It's
is for
fine.
women.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
I wonder, do you think that the My Boyfriend is AI subreddit would be
Okay,
exclusionary to gay
so,
men?
Well,
Like
I was
fucking
just
Love and Deep
wondering,
Space fans?
how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere
Yes,
and the
Travis.
culprit
I mean,
picked
like-
it up. That's possible, right?
Fan fiction and learning how to work off of other people's work is one of the first ways to learn how to be creative. And I think that that's... I'm not always the biggest fan of like the filing the serial numbers off stuff. But like, I don't know. I think anyone who's weird about fan fiction is unaware of how most writers get their start. Also, hi Yano, how are you doing? That's straight. No, yeah. But that's still straight Slayer Gods. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut out gay men on that one.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then
Creator was
maybe
being
someone
weird
picked the lock?
and also
Negative. If you remember,
AI and also
Monokuma
just
made
so
it quite
much stuff
clear
came
that the
out.
locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the
Also,
easy
yeah.
way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to
Yeah, the
argue
Lads fan-
against me?
Lads fandom is
Sounds
busy
like
fighting off the
someone
incest
doesn't know his
allegations.
place.
They should be focused more on
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. Sorry, I promise I am also paying attention to the game. I'm not just like just rambling. It's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember?
yeah, there's a
That's
lot.
why she asked me to switch
Which
rooms
is so
in the
wild
first
to me.
place.
Way that people power trip over nothing. Incredible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe
What
she would have
she'd been
opened the
through.
door for anyone.
Like,
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
honestly, I feel like there's got to be
I know
less.
you don't want to consider it,
Like,
but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
I feel like the big difference between like. There's something I want to talk to about just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. I feel like a lot of like. It's like the same kind of reason why there aren't really that like there are kind of gay incels out there, but like not really because like it's just objectively too like unless you live truly in the middle of nowhere and you know are gonna actually hold yourself to some pretty significant standards, you'll find someone. Like it's hard to get away with that one, but like I don't know. I feel like the My Boyfriend's AI thing kind of doesn't hit the same because it's not. Like the AI boyfriends for I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe it's just I want to believe that my own community isn't that fucking rotted, but they are. Maybe I want to believe they're just rotted in different ways. Anyways, check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Well, see, he didn't win the lottery. What happened was his luck caused like the mail truck to explode. And so the person who was supposed to be the ultimate lucky student didn't get it. And then they were like, well, I mean, maybe Makoto's the ultimate lucky student because of all of this. So they gave it to him instead.
And these are the words that appeared.
Yeah, those people are just tragic.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Okay, well,
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Good thinking, Aoi.
It's a pretty old-fashioned
Hey,
technique.
Magma, how are you?
But even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention,
I don't know,
found the
Cookie.
notepad
Gay
on
men
the
are pretty
desk
good
in
at
Makoto's
just
room.
bringing misogyny in their own
Which
way.
means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident
Yeah,
could have written it.
Seeing people who are seriously invested in AI is so
Then
tragic.
either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single
also,
night.
hi, Min. But yeah, that's a good, well, but that's the thing too, is that I think that more gay men would just do that. Like, do that to people online as opposed to like the my AI boyfriend thing, because I don't think that they're looking for something different. Say about your burn book. I'm gonna write about it in my burn book. Yeah, AI is like, I mean, actually, wait, I think the AI video I made was like right before I stopped streaming for a bit, so I didn't really talk about it much, but that Eddie Burback, is happy with that. Anyways, okay, we'll focus more on the game, but like, I was gonna say, the Eddie Burback AI video that came out the same day that I put out my one about AI, that video is insane if you haven't watched it. Yeah, AI psychosis. Oh, never mind. I don't know what the fuck, I mean, I feel like an AI polycule is not hard to figure out, although there's no way that doesn't cause AI psychosis. But the Eddie Burback video where he was talking about AI, where like he jokingly was like, yeah, I was the smartest baby born in 1996 or whatever. And it like just leans in and it's like, you were the smartest baby born in 1996. And he's like, should I like try eating baby food like to see if that reawakens it? And it's like, yes. And like within a week it has him eating baby food and drinking out of a bottle in like a trailer in Joshua Tree or whatever the fuck it's called. It was a lot. But yeah, the grok shit. Oh, some people need to die for real. Like we can't keep living in a society with these people. Oh, was he born in 97? I didn't even realize. Yeah, God,
So, Makoto, did you
the
write
grok
this?
shit where people will.
No, I didn't.
People will tag grok and be like, "Can you
Of
edit this
course you
picture to
didn't,
take off their clothes?"
Because the note also bears a perfectly legible
for the hydration
signature. Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why
Yeah, no,
would
people
she
will be
write
like, yeah,
that?
put him in a jock
The
strap.
note
or, like,
was likely
do this
her
and that.
way of getting in touch
it's
with
like-
a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
I should just leave Twitter.
If you got an invitation like
so
that
much.
from the ultimate pop
Yeah.
sensation, what young man
sorry,
could
my-
resist?
Also gonna get distracted again, but like part of it is like what's crazy is like it's the internet. You could go find nudes of a lot of people out there if you wanted to, and like a lot of the people that they're doing these edits to are people who have nude pictures out there, but like it's about the lack of consent for these people. Like they want to, like they get off on the fact that they're forcing it. The other person doesn't get a choice. It's so fucked. Oh, yeah, Stitch. I think that Trevor means more that because the recruiters are all using AI, so I think he means like if you tried to use AI, they might get upset that your AI might be better or whatever. I don't know. So realistic. I mean, like AI is definitely getting better at looking realistic. Like there are still ones where you can get a tell, but like a lot of it has gotten a lot closer to realism than I'm comfortable with. Things don't sound dirty, but it's also real dits.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
I
And
do feel
honestly,
so bad for so many artists.
even if they
like,
did, I do not think they are at
I know
all
a bunch
involved
of, like,
in what
bio artists that I
happened.
follow have like kind of spiraled about it because they're like,
Huh?
clearly no one respects us because they're
What
just
makes you
using
say
AI
that?
for it.
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
I think Hifumi isn't an incel because
Very
he's
well
not
then.
resentful of
Pay
women.
attention.
Like, to be an incel, you have to very specifically be resentful of the fact that women won't have sex with you. And like, for all of Hifumi's many flaws, that really isn't one of them.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
I
It's like
see.
Yoko.
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Well, and also-
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
The thing is also that like,
No, that's wrong.
yeah, Hifumi
The
doesn't feel
nameplates
like
on
women
Mai and
aren't like,
Sayaka's rooms got
be,
switched.
like, Hifumi's not going to call anyone a
They got
Stacy.
Switched?
That's right.
Hifumi
The
does not care
nameplates
about the
got
Chads.
switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her
That's
room.
the problem with any of the points where the game
Then,
is fully voiced, is that I
If
have too
someone
easy of a
did
time
do
being
what the note
distracted.
said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Wouldn't you like to know? There's like one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we'd switched rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So
Yeah,
the only
Hifumi
other
is-
person besides me
I mean-
who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
I think we're not going to say anything specific about it, but I think his actions throughout the game reflect that he takes it, the idea of not, or at least a certain level of disrespect towards women, I guess is the way we could say it to be ambiguous. He takes it seriously and thinks it's bad and is willing to take action. So I think you could make that argument that he wouldn't count. Yeah, it's not even that people like, I don't think he thinks people are gross. He just kind of like, he's not going Ado. He's just like, humans just simply can't compare to anime, which like, it really says something about the state of the world that like, I'm sure when that was written, that was meant to be the most like deeply pathetic thing. And now it's like, well, at least he's not getting an AI girlfriend. Oh, he probably, actually, no, we definitely know he would. Fuck. Well, I would, I think they do use, sometimes they do make an attempt. It's just the killers are good at getting away, or the killers are not always very competent at it. Anyway, sorry, we're gonna...
You can also infer as much from her note.
We're gonna have to run an ad in a sec, but we're gonna see if we can get to a natural point. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates, make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in,
I wonder.
and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting
I don't think
someone
anyone in
to your
V3.
room,
I mean, we can.
but not
Okay,
telling
we
them
can talk
you
about the
switched
spoilers in
rooms.
V3 because that one we've played before. And the
Why
world that
would
we're going
anyone
by
do
is
that?
like based on what we've played on stream.
To understand that,
But like,
we first need to
I mean,
understand
so
what
I guess keep
happened
it relatively
after
vague
she
if
invited
it
the
doesn't
person
need
into
to be
the
spoiled.
room.
But like, I don't think they ever do attempt to kill the
That's where
protagonist
the
in
answer
V3.
lies.
What happened then was
The protagonist tries to kill someone, but that's
probably
different.
Whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
A
We
round of
figured it
applause.
out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Why did I hate him in my first playthrough?
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Well, and also, if you think about it in terms of like, in Danganronpa 1, almost every case would have been solved by Kyoko and or Byakuya, depending on the moment, like what's going on. In 2, I don't think Hajime is like that uniquely competent. And in V3, it's different.
Yes,
we'll see.
I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what
I'm like,
happened during
Hifumi-
the fight, right?
I don't think he
That
would be a fan
reminds
of
me.
Musk.
There was a replica
'Cause he isn't-
sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Actually,
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Kind of wonder if
Sayaka suggested I should
How do we-
hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend
how do we feel
myself.
about Hifumi?
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to
Because
break Sayaka's
I'm thinking
right
about this, and it's
wrist.
like, I feel like Hifumi wouldn't like generative AI. Like, the AI girlfriend thing, if it existed in isolation, would be different. But like, because part of what he talks about with 2D is like, it's about the love that goes into creating it, right? Like, he wants to create it. He wants it to be created. I think he'd be against generative AI. And I think as a result, he'd be against AI girlfriends, because also they're not, like, they're, especially because of how a lot of the AI stuff is also 3D. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I think he would actually be opposed to it. I don't really. Yeah, exactly. He would think AI takes the soul out of the anime girls, like 1000%. I think he would actually. Hifumi would be the strongest soldier against generative AI in the brave new world we've entered into. Anyways, actually, we are gonna run the ad now so it doesn't interrupt anything that's happening. So let me just run that. It'll be about 3 minutes, then we'll be right back. We'll even let it keep playing. We're spinning. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Also, hold on, wait. What was happening here? Another chat messages I missed. Never get cold with the jacket. Hoes don't get cold. And also, thank you for stopping by, Trevor. Have a good night if you're still here. Also, Travis, that is basically exactly right, I think. Mental health pipeline, accident lawyers, on yelling, auto and so on. It's a crazy set of ads. Market. Let's go over. I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to think about who. No, hold on. Let me think about it. Because like Makoto, I don't think would be, but I think he'd be like more neutral. Just because like I think he doesn't care. Like I think he thinks it's dumb, but like. Except for, I think after Danganronpa 3 it would change things, the anime, because with how that show gets resolved with the ultimate animator being part of everything, I feel like it would be not like at that point canonically I don't think any of them can make the argument for generative AI. But yeah, Taka would be like, this doesn't belong in school, it's cheating. Byakuya could be like, you need an AI to function at half my level, you're a fucking nitwit. Mondo would just be like, that's stupid. I think Leon would also kind of be in the same boat. Hifumi, we've already been over. Yasuhiro seems like the only one who might. Sayaka, no. Kyoko, no. Kyoko would be mad that it's bad at everything it does. Aoi would also kind of be in the same category as like Makoto, who just doesn't really care. Hiro doesn't do as much scamming as he gets scammed. Actually, yeah, that means he's even more AI, I guess. Sakura would not care. Celeste would find it boring. She'd be like, why do I need... I don't want a computer to lie to me. I can lie to you better than that. Junko... No. Not... I don't think so. At least not like... As far as being an ultimate fashionista goes, I don't really... I feel like she, again, like kind of in the same category as like Sayaka and Makoto, ironically, I guess, where like, I think she just would be like, this is stupid, but I don't really care. Chihiro, I think, would be one of those people who dabbles in it for like 3 months and then realizes it's the dumbest. Like, she's like, maybe it'll get good. And then it doesn't. And she's like, okay, well.
How
the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
True, Slayer. But yeah, Hero would be getting scammed out of every penny by AI girlfriends. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Where is it?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Like in the other games who might be.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Oh, you're right. I feel like, yeah.
Is that gold?
Vital and Neuro, I think, is like, that would, I mean, that kind of, Chihiro basically has canonically done that. That's like her, like, flagship product before the game even starts, isn't it? Is basically like a Neurosama type level thing. So like, how we judge Chihiro on this would depend on how we judge Vital. And I've always been kind of on the fence about, because like, I don't like, from everything that I know about that situation, that it's all been trained like locally with like data they have consent for, or at least like, I think initially it wasn't, but then once everyone kind of realized how bad AI was, I think Vital changed that. And it's basically just been training off of its interactions with other people. But also like, I don't know. I don't want to give an inch of grace on like, or not an inch of grace, that's the wrong way to put it. I don't want to like be in the business of giving the benefit of the doubt when it comes to AI stuff until I like genuinely know that's a whole separate thing. And even then it's like, I don't know. Also, bye Teo, thank you for stopping by. But like, I really hope that the way that Vital is framed, how Neurosama works, is the correct way, because I think if that is true, it's very interesting that that's even possible to do. But I don't know. I'm at a point where I think we need to maybe sacrifice Neurosama and just get rid of all AI.
It sure
like
is.
I think that's the calculus that kind of has to be made at some point.
The gold coating from the replica
We've gone
sword.
too far. We can't do
You
new.
barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
But also, that's not like.
And there's some on her wrist because.
I'm mad at Vital.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword.
I don't know.
Right there on her wrist.
That one is genuinely like one of the only instances of AI in content creation where I'm like even a little bit on the fence about it. Sacrifice Neuro. What's the evil sister's name? Because there's Neuro and then there's her sister. I don't know, but like, yeah, there are very few instances where people do anything with generative AI where I like think it actually might show something interesting. And in the case of Neurosama, it's literally exclusively because it's a human being using this tech to do something creative. Yeah, I think Chihiro would be like specifically in the vein of a Neurosama type thing. She'd find it interesting, I think, but I don't think that she would like, she wouldn't be on board with like generative AI art, because I think she would find it lame.
And so the truth draws ever closer.
Yeah, Mitsu, it's like this weird thing from Japan.
Then it's
I
about
don't know.
time to solve this mystery.
They keep killing teenagers. What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. I want to learn about non-stop debates. No, I'm pretty sure this is either absorb or getting rid of white noise. Oh yeah, like, God, there's so many, like, that's the thing that, I'm glad that I made my AA video when I did, because I feel like we're rapidly approaching the point where no one's going to have a new take on it.
The culprit grabbed the sword.
Wait, what is
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
I think we were supposed to absorb one of these. Here's what the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Oh no, no, it is the sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
I should not have heard of Killing Con. I think we're just playing on like normal difficulty.
No.
I have played it before, so
I
it's
don't
not
think
like
the
I'm.
fight started with the sword.
I mean, I think actually before this we were using
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
a guide to keep track of
See?
stuff.
There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
I love how they have the portraits just like
there wouldn't be any
spasming out in the
explanation
corner.
for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Like a spasm.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
I haven't actually watched the full demo yet.
So
I don't know if it's all
you're saying
available.
the sword was initially used to
I've seen like a
defend
couple of
against an
screenshots
attack
from it,
from the knife.
It isn't playable, isn't it?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I
thought
get
it
it.
was only in Japan.
So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in,
Survivor.
found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
No, because in Survivor they usually go home one by one.
And attacked Sayaka
I have seen
before
it
she
change
knew
this
what was
fight. Yeah, they're
happening.
live 2D now, which I think is cool. I like it. I know a lot of people are kind of on the fence about it,
So
but I
she
think it'll.
grabbed the sword to defend herself.
I think people are just
but then the
weird about
culprit
it
took
because
that
it's,
from her
they're
too.
so used to the old style.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this
You mean
clear.
Hajime? Yeah. I don't think I've seen Hajime, or maybe I haven't. I just don't remember it. Everybody says he's never used the sword. I don't think so.
I got
Her
it!
stomach.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you
I mean,
have to do is touch it.
Hajime is the this
In
game's
fact,
weird design.
If you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
Sounds interesting. I don't know. Yeah. I
It's
don't
safe
think I've
to
heard of it
assume
before.
that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Okay, there's no running water.
Sorry, but
Fuck
I
you,
don't think
Toko.
so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
God, I think I also didn't like her in my first playthrough, but I kind of have to respect the unhinged behavior. Certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at nighttime. She was afraid of water. It's in the regulations.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of
Toko
death was
is me when I
around
talk to any
1:30
man.
a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
I mean, Hajime has a lot of problems, and honestly, as fucked as that haircut is, it's not even in the top 10. Oh god, I forgot about that.
My.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
I don't...
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
I hope not on the showering
the
front.
killer is the
Everything
only
else.
one who used
Well,
the sword.
no, not everything else. Certain aspects of
Hold
Toko.
on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it!
Got it.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
You hate
The person
me? You
with the
think I'm
knife
disgusting?
attacked first, and the sword was used as
That
an
is how I
impromptu defense.
anytime someone's like, oh, I'm not available to do this thing right now, or like, I
One
can't
who
talk right now. I'm like,
attacked
oh, you hate me?
first was...
You want me to die?
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Wow. Yeah, we were victim blaming the
No,
blameless
far
victim.
from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Scandalo.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
I think it's funny with them being like, oh,
The
okay.
kitchen knife and attacked without provocation.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Incredible.
Which brings up another point.
Another point?
Makoto.
Makoto.
Sayaka was
This is
the
what I
one
mean.
who
Sometimes she
suggested
randomly
you
just like
to
throws
switch
it a little
rooms,
hard.
Correct?
Makoto.
Maybe the reason she
Maybe.
wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility,
Yeah.
is it not?
God, I love that they just like leave
Sayaka
someone on the
wanted
last
to-
frame.
On me?
That would also
So
explain
Leon's
why
just
she
like
would switch the
still in
nameplates.
shock over Hifumi not understanding it's an insult
She
to be
wanted
called
to get whoever she had
disgusting and
targeted
smelling like
to
a
come to
donkey.
Makoto's room where
Poor
she was
guy.
staying.
Makoto's room.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all
Yeah,
that's
like,
why she switched
has
the
been said a
names?
billion times, but like Celestia,
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Rurika Matsuzaki has to live with the fact
For
that he
one
did the
thing,
best character
even
design
if her
of
plan
maybe
worked,
ever.
Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched
Like
rooms.
in the first Danganronpa game, and just has to keep
I
trying
don't
to
know.
achieve something
I'm
that
not
can reach
sure
that
our
point.
soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat.
No, Toko is also
behavior.
just a Fujo.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked
I think that's an
him
Ultra
to
Despair
switch
Girls
rooms.
thing. Also, hi Daisy. I don't know if I said that
Plus,
before.
she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That
Well,
must
like-
be when her wrist got broken, and she
I
was
think that
forced to drop the
She
knife.
definitely does make some comments about liking boys kissing boys. I think it might actually be in Trigger Happy Havoc.
turned on her, and she died at the
tearing
hands
sable.
of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Also,
Because-
is Yumi shipper? Does that come from like
because-
you me
Hey,
shipper?
hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right
Monica
now.
is mad that we're talking
Come
about
on, hurry up
Fujos.
and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh,
Well-
yeah. We gotta decide who we think did it.
It's a sentiment that Toko agrees with. She just doesn't necessarily express
Makoto,
it the same way.
Right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer
I think
to
that's
this
the better way to put
mystery.
it.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
I thought that might be one of those things that just kind of like people words got melded to. It's like how like it's such a bizarre connection, I guess, but like in Canadian politics, when an election is called, it's called dropping the writ, like DROPPING, the WRIT, which isn't actually the word. It used to be draw up the writ, like the writs of the election, but because everyone kept hearing it as drop the writ or like draw up the writs too close together, it just became drop. So I was wondering if it was like you, me shipping just kind of got eventually melded into one word. I think I'm overthinking things. I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh, so is this the one where we have to absorb? One of these we have to absorb a fucking bullet. Maybe we have to finally use this one. Oh, no, probably not.
It's easy just to say, hey,
Also, I love it. They
decide
give you
who did it.
10 minutes.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
I mean,
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die!
thanks. Thanks, Toko.
Don't do something!
Fuck, oh god, that was an
gonna
ugly
die!
laugh. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, so it was the first.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I think it might actually be called dropping the writ in
There still
the
might
UK
be
too.
one clue left.
I'm not sure.
Sayaka's dying message.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask.
Before we start looking too closely at
Can we really be sure
11037.
that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I mean, like, it is kind of the only remotely good question to ask there. It's her social insurance. Yeah, she's like 1,000,000 years old. Her social insurance number is 5 digits long. So that is actually, I mean, I don't know how every area does like driver's license numbers, but in Alberta, they do, I think, just basically count up. So like sometimes you do see a really old person whose driver's license is like 4 digits, and you're like, Jesus Christ, you shouldn't be allowed to drive anymore.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
I mean, to be fair, Makoto was not going to look smart
I think
for
we
half
can
a second
all agree
anyways.
Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
I feel like, yeah, Celestia's like
No, that's
one
not...
of the only like neutral
yes,
useful
I'm a
characters. Like I think
programmer, but I don't see
Chihiro's
any
kind of in that
meaning
category
in
too
these
of like,
numbers.
I mean, Celestia's a little bit more
course.
aggressive with it, but
It's
they're kind of in that
because
same
they're
camp
not
of
numbers.
like when they speak, they generally are like
Yeah,
kind of
it
onto
looks
something.
What? What?
Unlike
No,
these two.
it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and
I
more
thought that
like
it's Hifumi
one
who
letter?
figures this out.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Why are you being so...
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037,
Oh,
doesn't
God,
make any
so
more
close,
sense
Sokka.
than before.
This is the only reason why I regret playing V3 first, is because I think this first trial doesn't
Rotate
feel
the
as
image
bad
180 degrees.
when it's your first one, but goddamn does it feel frustrating when it's not your very first Danganronpa trial. Possibly. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot
there not an
past the
intermission
clue
in this
card
one?
and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she
I think it
write?
was. Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. You turn her message 180 degrees. It's actually doesn't take as long to get to as I thought it did. That's should become crystal clear. Also, I know we talk about like the character design stuff, but like UI wise, Danganronpa also just got so much right off the jump.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery
thought they
was
did in
simply to
V3.
rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm not thinking.
If you turn the message around,
I think
it
it did, but
becomes
maybe
the
not. Oh, I guess in V3 it feels like there's an intermission, but it
L-E-O-N.
isn't, I guess.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, like truth bullets.
It's just
this
a bunch
whole like
of random
nonstop
squiggles
debate.
that happen to look like my name.
The structure of it all, like
No, it's not random at
so
all.
many things to get right all in one game, and like I think that's part of why it sticks around so much.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result,
God, this is so good.
when you look at it standing
also,
in
like-
front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if
Oh, you meant
want.
there weren't trials in the first
Write
game?
something
Oh,
sitting
it was in the
like
first
her,
game. Sorry, I
and
think in the
letters
first
will
trials
be
of each
inverted.
game. Yeah, no, they really.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
They are.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If
Something
you're
about his
not
art
the
style that
killer,
always feels so different to
then
me.
why
It
did
feels
you
more
try to
like
destroy the evidence?
Jet Set Radio Elite Beat Agents kind of art for some reason.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess because also, yeah, usually the intermissions are used to like argue between two Monokuma type characters or more.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka,
I mean, to be fair, there was a
must
lot
have
of blood
gotten
around
some of her blood
Sayaka.
on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
I feel like...
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
I do kind of wish that in this case, instead of like him breaking down the door for the bathroom or whatever, that the fight, that like that very first fight that they had was the one that, like, where he stabbed her. Like, it was a lot more heat of the moment. Because then I think it would make it a little bit more, like, tragic, I guess. Because otherwise it's like, Leon, yeah, you got attacked first, whatever, but also you so went out of your way. Like, you clearly were down to kill. Whereas, like, I think it would have been a lot more compelling in this trial if he, like, had genuinely kind of, like, heat of the moment in a fight with someone who's much smaller and weaker than him, where that person was trying to kill him, like, swung too hard and knocked them down and, like, killed them outright. Especially because he's a baseballer. You could just argue that he, like, swung the sword around like a baseball bat, accidentally didn't, or, like, actually, no, I do want that to be the case now. Didn't realize, or, like, force of habit in a moment of panic, he just swings the sword like a bat, the sheath flies off, and he just ends up slashing her with it. And then he has to cover it all up after that. I don't know, I feel like that would work better. Yeah, the second game is a lot. I think making Sayaka evil,
right.
they did eat with that. The problem is that they make her, they pretend that we're going to care about her more than we are going to.
With just that
She
one
is
little charred piece,
simply
there's no way you can say
irrelevant.
for
And
sure
I've
who
never
it
liked the
belongs
fact that they're always, like, in the anime where they bring it back to her,
You're
like,
right.
in that moment
That
with
alone isn't enough.
Makoto.
But
in
there
the
are some other
future
points
arc,
that may reveal the truth.
where it's like, okay, you knew her
Are
for
you
5
finally
minutes,
starting
get
to
over
understand?
yourself.
The answers to all the riddles are right here.
See, but I think that's the thing is that
Yeah,
they kind of,
I think so.
I think they should have wanted the other games, I think, do a better job because in part they do make you feel a little bit bad for executing that first killer. Because the first killer, you don't want them to be just like stone cold. Like, you kind of want it to be a case where it's like, oh, the killing game started because of something unfortunate. Which, like, I think V3 does the best out of them. 2 also does all right. Yeah, 1, I don't know. I mean, it's also that they kind of go 0 to 100 faster in this game in a way that doesn't really pay off, but whatever. Is it, I can't remember which, because, like, technically it's both of these. I feel like it's where it was disposed of, though, right? Nope. Okay, I'm stupid. How? Whatever.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I think if Sayaka is your favorite character, it just kind of reflects that you like
You
women
can't
who
reach
don't
the
have a lot of
incinerator
personality.
without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Or a lot of agency, frankly.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Dead wife, but...
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. I do love that they put Leon's death fully in the intro cinematic. Like, show him getting dragged away and everything. And it's like, okay, So we're just...
The key to the trash room.
Excuse me, just putting it all out there.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
I love that he's so
the
calm.
only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
That's the one
in
I
order
want to
to
hit.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the
Also, something
incinerator,
Danganronpa
could
does so
you?
well, like the ultimate thing combined with the executions.
Yes,
so
you
like all
could.
these executions are tied
If
to
you
their
used
skills in these
this.
like bizarre
What is
ways.
it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use
I mean, I
it?
think I can see what you mean, Minzy. I think like the first game is also a little bit more concise. Like it's shorter because I think they also felt like they couldn't get away with as much. It's like the struggle with any sort of a sequel where once you've had a lot of success, you stop feeling like you need to like, you know, fine tune it all because you know people like what you're doing instead of getting so anxious about it. And so maybe they kind of stretch them out a bit more in that one. But I think also in that one, they got longer because there's so much more happening, whereas in this one, they're locked to one room. You know what I mean? That's a fun one. But I don't know. It probably is also just a case of
I got it!
just writing getting away from the editing.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Did he want to become a baseballer? I mean, again, V3, some very high highs and then just some atrocious lows. Like, the best of what it has to offer is some, like, I do think that first case is the best first trial, but also just one of the best trials in general. And the second one is also, like, very, very solid. It's just that it goes off the rails with 3, and then 4 is, like, a weirdly short chapter where they don't do enough work, and then 5 is all right. 5 is good. It's just, I think I said it in the V3 video where it's like 5 is good, but it's not worth sacrificing chapters 3 and 4 to get there. God. Yeah, the first one is also a lot darker now that I think about it, huh? Then they kind of just get goofier, but the first one is very, like, sincerely... I wonder if maybe it's because Leon's execution is probably left over more from that very, like, the first prototype, whatever it was called. I can't remember. The Despair something. Because he was also supposed to be the first executed in that one, I think. It was him, like, him and Sayaka were the first 2 in that anyways. And so I wonder if maybe it was pulled from that when it was more of a darker vibe, or a more dark vibe, as opposed to the later ones where it was a bit goofier. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, exciting. We make the fun house. Yeah, someone gets turned into butter. Someone turned an incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Distrust, that's what it was. Yeah. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. You can't say that, Hifumi. They're called homosexuals.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his
I
knowledge
think I made that same joke 3 months ago when we played this.
was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the
Honestly,
piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Why not just, like, hide the shirt? They didn't go and look in anyone's
Killer
rooms.
had
You could have
been
just, like,
on
shoved it
cleaning
into the
duty.
back of a
The
closet or
evidence
something.
would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance
Like, put it in the bottom of your drawer.
The incinerator has to be at least
It sounds good. Thank you so
30
much,
feet,
Travis.
right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far
Having a
and
good
hit
night as
something
well.
that
Hope your tomorrow is
small.
good too.
Could someone really do that?
Have you guys? Sorry, maybe just fucking distracted. Have you seen the video of Corey King imitating Discord Adams' walk? But like, it's the GTA thing. Hold on, let me find it because it's so fucking funny. Yeah, it's in the Drag Race channel. I put it in there, didn't I? Yeah. It's God, I just can't get over the fact that Discord Adams thought she ate that walk and she's like, I'm giving them severe fashion model. And Michelle and Brew are just at the judges desk being like, is she okay? Like, what is she doing? I don't even know how she managed to think that was serving, because like, there's no way that felt good. I've heard this. I mean, I haven't watched the episode, but I've seen enough of it. I do think that I'm a fan of Briar Blush. Love her. Just bizarre energy. But yeah, exactly. Cut the mute. Well, no, because the thing is, Stitch, every time they do like the runways on Drag Race, they do 2 versions. You go out there, you do it once to the music, and then they do one where it's dead silent. And that's the one where like the judges give their commentary. And so I just think it's funny that they actually, because usually while the judges are doing their commentary, they just like lay the music over it anyway, so it's fine. But like, I don't know, it's so fun. That is oh yeah. Briar Blush, the fact that she got read pretty harshly in the premiere and was like, where does she get off? Like, I think I like that about her, where she lets it kind of roll off her back. Like water or something.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Like, Athena's read was a little bit
Difficult,
clumsy, but like,
absolutely.
it gets the pass because it
Possible?
did.
I don't think
she
so.
did stick the landing.
Because the killer is...
But I think it's funnier that Briar just like was okay.
I got it! Because the killer is the
She's just
ultimate
like-
baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Oh, honey.
A target 30 feet
Oh,
away
honey.
would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah, like Briar got bodied and she was able to be like, you know what, fair play, you did get me there. As opposed to just being upset. Also, fun fact, ages ago Mitzi watched the Inescapable video and I think I sent a clip of something, or it was I don't know why you ended up finding the clip. I think it was that I sent you it, but I don't know why I sent you it specifically. And it's, I didn't remember this at all, but Ava has this moment where she does a double take on a line. And it's like in the very end of the Lust route where she's like, oh, honey. But then she like clearly was like, wait, that wasn't right. Let me try again. So she's like, oh, honey. And like, no, it's ooh. Yeah, no, hold on. I'll have to find it now because I'm saying it wrong and I want to get it right. So none of those. Hold on. I don't know if you can mute this game's audio. I don't think you can. Thank you for resending it also. I don't know if you can hear that because it's really weirdly quiet from Discord and this game is so fucking loud, but hopefully you get the gist of it. But, ooh, I think it's meant to, I'm assuming it's meant to be a Trixie reference given how much that fucking game references Drag Race without understanding it. Celeste's just staring. God, I love the game bit. The number of people who...
I'm not the
There was somebody who watched it
killer!
recently and they got to the
These
green bit and they were
goddamn
like, what the fuck
shipper
is
brains
happening?
have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
Oh shit. Hi Raiders. Hi Casey. Welcome in. How are you doing? And Greg. Oh my god. See chat. I told you there's a reason we have that in the tags. Just welcome in Raiders. How are you doing? Hi hi. What were you up to? Thank you for doing the shout out, Buppo. Just chatting. What were you chatting about? Yes, welcome in Raiders. My name is Vivaros. I'm a variety streamer. I play a bunch of stuff, a lot of visual novels, a lot of shooters. Thank you for taking off the jacket, Stitch, and also the shirt. It's the best thing to talk about. Yes, variety streamer, play a bunch of stuff, a lot of visual novels, shooters. Right now we're doing Danganronpa 1. We have already played it before, but we're doing no spoilers for this game, just in case anyone who hasn't played it before. I also make video essays over on YouTube. There is one in the pinned comment, or at least there should be. I don't know if it's no longer on my screen or where it is, but there should be a pinned comment about the last one I did about Kaname Date and how to make an insufferable character lovable, but I make all kinds of ones on there that you can check out. No, it is. Breasting boobly all over the place. Yes, hi Leo, welcome in Raiders. I hope you're all having a good day. No worries. Hope your stream went good. I hope you had a good time. Get some rest, get some food, all that good stuff. So thank you for the follow. Yeah. Thank you again for the raid. I do really appreciate it. Sounds good. I don't know how much longer we're going to go for. We're going to get to the end of this trial and then we'll be done for the night, but we'll be back on Thursday. What are we doing on Thursday? Thursday is Pokemon. We're doing Legends ZA. Finally getting back into it. Yes. All right. Maybe I should be taking the shirt off on YouTube.
Makoto,
Maybe I get more views that way.
Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Thanks, Kyoko.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
I feel like it's a pretty simple sentence.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth
Yeah, but it doesn't work on
revealed.
YouTube because for whatever reason my YouTube audience are Puritans apparently.
Now here's
even
what
though they all
happened.
showed up because of a sexualizing men video. Everyone was like, we love it when we sexualize men, but not this man. And not this way. No, I don't want to hear more. We're doing the Game Grumps style. They call it climax inference? This reminds me of like I've talked about it before. This is like the one TikTok I've ever made where it plays through like the beginning of this where it's like it gets up to this bit in the recreation. Thanks, Monica. How are you doing, by the way? It gets to this bit where it's like makes the thunk noise and it just cuts out and it's the I just hit Ariana Grande from fucking Nicki Minaj, where she says I just hit an Ariana Grande note, but I cut it at I hit an Ariana Grande, and I thought that was hilarious, but it's not worth the payoff. There was the same requirements and began when the killer entered. Thank you for the sub, Mitzi. We're celebrating the titties. We do need to do that, Stitch. Also, yeah, like I think that's the thing, Phil, is like I think there were some people who like were mean about it, and I didn't obviously appreciate that. But there were also a lot of people who just like were uncomfortable with change. And like I knew it was gonna take them a while, and so like I wasn't gonna be too upset about it. What am I looking for here? Assuming this. I'm gonna get so many of these wrong. I hate that this game doesn't tell you when you get them wrong. No, wait, that's the one that's literally right there. I'm stupid. Yeah, so, okay. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay, so that was right. I just want to double check. Yeah, I think I'm right on those. And then killers. right? Because that's like saying the object through, yeah. And then killer 3 in the incinerator was. Okay.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, actually, before we go, we're gonna snooze the ad so it doesn't run in the middle of this.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Yeah, some people did figure it out earlier, and I was like, no.
Last night,
But I think I did a pretty good job keeping that secret because I was working on it from like January of last year up until the reveal.
Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Also, this is the other thing too, is like, again, the many things that Danganronpa got right the first go round. This fucking like chanting musical motif thing that they've got going, so fucking good. Like,
but then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Yes, thanks. I'm glad you like it. I think
during the struggle,
it just
a strike from the sword.
Yeah, it was that bit where you hit the little
Sayaka's right wrist.
I did the edit. Everyone does want the Danganronpa, like the comic book, but also the music.
And that's
like
when she lost her grip on the
these
kitchen
bitches could never. They think they could. They wish they could, but they simply could not.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran
The
into
number,
the bathroom.
genuinely, so many people sent me that Wu Yang thing. It was so funny. But also, it's understandable no one thought it because I kept talking about how broke I was. So obviously, I couldn't afford a model, and it's definitely not because I was going broke because of that model.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
Honestly, all like Masafumi
Sayaka knew about that because I told her.
The
But of
composer
course,
for these
the
games.
killer had no way of knowing.
Like, you can hear it in 100 Line as well. You can hear it in Master Detective Archives. Like, it's such a distinctive
So instead,
sound
the
to it,
killer
and I
forced the
love
door
it.
open, took the kitchen knife,
Yeah. I couldn't even make myself sit through and rewatch them when I watched the video again the other day.
and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Well, I think it's like part of it is also it's all of the elements combined. Like whenever you see the ripoffs, they try and like
And with that,
twist it just
all her
enough.
strength was gone.
Oh, yeah, with the music. Yeah, the music is very like
With Sayaka
it has
dead,
a good beat to
the killer
it.
quickly began
But
destroying
yeah, the
the
little
evidence.
chanting stuff makes it a little bit more weird.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's
I
blood.
think a comm style could work for it, but you'd have to change so much more of the presentation to make it work, and they didn't. Because like that's what I was gonna say is like
Then they took the lint
the
roller in my
Danganronpa ones
room
worked because of
and
everything
cleaned up the
altogether, like the
entire
gray
area.
man, the style, the like
They
narrative
wanted to make
or the
sure they got
narration,
rid of any
all
trace
of it
they'd
works
ever
together.
been there.
And a lot of the ripoffs try to like tweak one element of it to get away with it, and it never works because you need all of them or none of them.
Afterwards, the
There
killer
needs to be a
headed
whole
to the
separate thing if
trash
they're gonna
room
do that.
to destroy their bloody shirt.
Yeah, we didn't know what
tried to
Valerie's secret
burn
was,
the
and we
shirt
shouldn't
using
care.
the incinerator there.
And it didn't come up in any of the other routes. It didn't come up in.
But the trash room was blocked
Actually,
off by an especially
maybe that was her
sturdy
secret
gate,
about like
preventing
getting a maid
access to the
fired. That might have been what it was. Because that's what she like. That was the secret she was hiding in the
So they
trust
came up
route,
with a plan to
the
use
truth route,
Hero's
whatever it was.
crystal ball,
Trust.
which
But,
he
like,
left in the laundry room.
I don't know.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to
I mean, you
take
could
a
just like
shot.
if you threw something that had a
And
string on it.
that's because the
Oh,
killer
hey, Carrie. Thank you for
was
the
the
sub. Welcome in.
ultimate
How are you
baseball
doing?
star.
Spill.
The
Do
crystal
you remember the
ball,
other secrets that they were
thrown
willing
with
to potentially kill
absolute
over?
precision, hit the switch on the incinerator,
Oh yeah, I
which
forgot they did
then
that in
quickly
season 17.
roared to life.
Hello, hello, hello. Kiri's designed by Gasai too, though. So Kiri's got him anyways.
Having
Murder.
destroyed the
Well,
final piece of evidence,
it's being
they
solved.
left the area with
This fucking
I
gray man
imagine,
did it.
a sigh of relief.
Gray man with some
But
serious
there
eye
was one
issues.
thing they missed.
I will say, I do prefer how they do the gray man in this one as opposed
Part
to in
of the
V3 where
shirt
they always
thrown
give them
into
the, like
the fire, burnt away.
they always put
and
the
fell out of the
person's like
incinerator.
signature clothing item on it. Like they'll put
killer
like a
didn't
jacket or
notice
like a
this,
hat or something on it.
and
And it's
so
like
left
okay.
behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Oh. Do they also do that in the other?
Isn't that right?
Why does he look so much like?
Leon?
He looks so like Ashik Rixie in that scene there.
It would appear that Hero
he normally doesn't
simply
'cause he has
forgot his
the-
crystal ball in the laundry room.
I guess different art styles, but in that one it looks so similar.
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt.
Sorry, I apologize
and
to
that's
anyone
where
for
you
whom
saw
this is their
it,
first time
right?
seeing Danganronpa 1 because I am talking through all of it. I apologize.
Seeing the ball,
I should do
you
better.
thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just
Also,
a
people
bunch
shit
of
on localizers
stupid
a lot, but
theories!
This game
You need
really requires
evidence!
some good
Where's the
localization, and I think they
evidence?
mostly did it.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and
Remember
I
how-
refuse to acknowledge it!
Remember how like Don's secret in Inescapable was that like he had been sick as a child, so he didn't start cycling as early as the media thought he did? Like, where is the body? Hydrogen peroxide. He should have, if he'd stuffed that shirt behind a washing machine, they wouldn't have found it. He would have been found guilty 4 other ways because his name was fucking written on the crime scene. But like, it is also very weird that he was so meticulous about cleaning up all the hair but didn't notice his name written there. Anyways, an ad's about to run, so we're gonna run one now just so it doesn't get in the way of the rest of the game because it almost did in the comic book section. And then we'll be back in a few minutes and then we will continue. Actually, what time is it in the VoD? I keep forgetting to write these down. Wait, no. 2:50. Okay, see you guys in 3 minutes. It should have been that he was using steroids, but whatever. Maybe they didn't want the Lance Armstrong allegations. Anyways, be right back. Okay, we're back. Welcome back, Casey. Perfect timing. Also, yeah, I did see that Carly Rae is now following Heated Rivalry. And Miley Cyrus wants to make a song for them too. Although, I feel like the risk there is that they don't have the money for both Carly Rae Jepsen and Miley Cyrus. Arguably, they probably don't have the money for either of them, but maybe they'll do it pro bono. Because actually, you know what? If there was an original Carly Rae Jepsen song on the soundtrack of Heated Rivalry, that shit would have gone like quintuple platinum. Can you imagine the streaming numbers she would have gotten if that like there was an edit I saw of someone playing Run Away With Me over that final over the credits, like right from the moment where they're like since their rookie season, and then it's like since the summer before or whatever, and then it starts playing the horn or the saxophone or whatever, and it's like it's so good. But like an original Carly Rae Jepsen song in those like she would have made so much money off of that. Miley would too, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure in season 2 when that finally comes out in 2027 or whatever, it will still do well. Like God, I can't even imagine.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
No worries, Casey, I get it. Usually people do raid and run anyway, so it's fine. I do know what it is. I hope it went well. No, we don't want to hear more. We're
When the
doing game
killer
ranks.
removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
No worries, I get you.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I mean, I think I've talked about it on here before, so it's fine or whatever, but I did that briefly to get my gaming laptop and my
I refuse to acknowledge
3DS.
you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Stupid, 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 stupid. Why not have that as a audio redeem on here, or sound redeem? You have to indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. You need to figure it out. Oh, I forgot how this one. I should have. I know the basics of it, but
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
well, we don't have to reload in this
Not a
one.
chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied!
Any of you who've watched the Game Grumps playthrough of this, it's incredible because when they get to these mini games, it's fucking. It's.
You kidding me?
They are fighting for their lives and losing
a
because they
chance.
don't read the
Stupid.
instructions, don't figure out the controls, and are just
You
so
lied.
mad. And I
Shut
laugh so hard thinking about it.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Also, I don't know if this counts as a rhythm action game when there's not really a rhythm involved in that one, but whatever.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Stupid.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, in the first 2 segments of it, there is, but in the third one, it kind of just ends up being
right?
a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got.
I watched their Danganronpa playthroughs while I was making the V3 video.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools
Because I just needed something in the
anywhere.
background while editing that because it was fucking atrocious.
The toolkit in my room.
And I enjoyed it, but there were definitely a lot of moments where I was like, you guys, read a tutorial. You are why we have fucking yellow
They
paint.
thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the
I know it gets more
boys
challenging
have
because of the reload. I
toolkits,
forgot that it wasn't in the first
so
one.
the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Makoto.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
I mean, there are aspects of
Leon,
their mistakes that I
would
can
you
understand
mind
because
showing
they
us your
sometimes play them
toolkit?
pretty far apart.
If I'm right about this,
And like,
then
there's things I forget because I'm
the
playing games
screwdriver will show
a month
some
or a year
evidence
apart
of
from
being
each other.
used.
Like I went a year without playing Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Huh? And if you say you used it for
But also, I feel like I have a
something
pretty good
else,
memory, so I
you'll
can
have to
mostly get away
explain
with it.
exactly when, where, and why.
But
And
yeah,
let
I
me
don't
say
know.
this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
Stew. I forgot that they do that. That's so unsettling. I don't like it.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yeah, finished. It is so serious with her.
I have a feeling that I'm in danger.
Oh, it doesn't like count out. Oh, it does. Okay. You have money. I feel like I get where you guys are coming. I feel like with Danganronpa, I'm mostly okay with it because it's also like the constraints of the game don't allow them to make it too insufferable. Although the fact that they never fucking figured out the gifts, even though that's a very simple system. Okay, maybe I'm not as over it as I thought I was. But like, guys, the game is like, hey, you have to give gifts. And they'll like play one game of gacha and be like, oh, so that's how you get them. And then they never do it again. And then they're like, how do I give someone like a gun that I found on the street? And it's like, you can't give that away. That's evidence. And they're like, this is bullshit. But like, I think if they played the 100 line, I might kill myself. So like, I get it. I get it. Oh.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
It's the not paying attention. I don't mind the dumb jokes. It's the not paying attention that pisses me off.
Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be
shocking to me that the
chosen
censors
as
didn't catch that one, by
Will
the
you
way.
make the right choice or the dreadfully
You can't say
wrong
ginger
one?
twink because that's a slur.
What's it
apparently,
gonna
according
be?
to Twitch, but
What's
you can
it
say
gonna
life person.
be?
Is it woke of Twitch or not woke at all for them to not recognize voice pussy? Also, I've never understood why they do a slot machine motif for this and like only this. Looks like you got it right on the money. As he gets away. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada. Sorry, my voice is not. I haven't been warmed up for it. Oh, none of it gets held.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
The hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, shit. Oh. It was kill or be killed.
So, That's why...
Oh, you aren't gonna finish that one? I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, and that truth that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. Girl, stand up for yourself. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and that video had actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. Do you think that in a girl group like that, you'd end up, like, there'd have to be some infighting over one of them being the ultimate pop sensation and the others just being there? Like, is this like a Fifth Harmony situation? Is it like a Pussycat Dolls where there's one person who's like the voice behind this, but they just don't want to let them be a solo artist? Like, what's the deal? He has less hair. I don't even know if that would improve him. And Sayaka, I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. I feel like Destiny's Child also, I don't know if that one would apply. I feel like Pussycat Dolls also implies that like they're just not participants, basically. I mean, I think she's implying like some inappropriate stuff. You don't know something I wanted before too. Follow the Despair and Love the World. That was pre-Danganronpa 1. Maybe. Depends on the timeline. Yeah, it's graduated. Yeah, every year gets an ultimate pop sensation. Every year gets an ultimate lucky student. At some point, there's just a lot of lucky people. Anyways, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said, okay, watch out for spoilers.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me.
The lucky student doesn't make sense, but it's really... It is a great gimmick to get away with this mystery game where it's like you have an like pretty objectively stupid protagonist that has to be handheld, but also he will inevitably get it right because he's just lucky. There's also going to talk about the mystery video because it's like a good way of getting around it. I think it's why Shuichi doesn't get away with as much because he isn't lucky. He's supposed to just be competent and he kind of isn't. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. I can talk to Hiro. He might lie about it. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. High school. That's also true, yeah. Like, originally it's super high school level, but also they do still hold on to their titles as adults. Or at least, like, they sort of do. Because what was it? It was, the ultimate homosexual in Danganronpa 3. Wasn't he, like, the ultimate wrestler? Or, we just talked about this with someone, I can't remember even who. Yeah, like, that's, because, like, they still carry their titles into the real world. Like, it still does, being the ultimate pop sensation would still mean that you are, like, you were the super high school level pop sensation. Which clearly still carries some weight. Ultimate Boxer, right. There's High Inferno. I don't know if I said that before. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, like, I think that they're... Well, and also all the others who are in Danganronpa 3, like the Confectioner and stuff, like they're well beyond... I mean, they got expelled from the school on top of that, but like they still kept their titles of Ultimate Confectioner, Ultimate Pharmacist, and Ultimate Blacksmith. So like, I think it's actually one of the only aspects where like calling them ultimates genuinely works better than super high school level, because like super high school level works if you're only considering the games themselves, but within the context of the universe that they're in, like, it's kind of weird to place so much emphasis on just being the best high schooler at it. Oops. What did you say?
Phew.
I understand, I really do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. But that's also the thing too, is like, clearly some ultimates can repeat, like Lucky Student does, but like, they have a fair number of, and they're on 78 years into this thing, or 78 classes. So like, if you average it out to about 16 per class, like, that's a lot of talents to have. Byakuya Tagami, the ultimate detective? Are we sure? It's all your fault. Something in a frenzy. I lunge at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko lashed onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough that I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Oh my god, Kaede, you're so right. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Yeah, well, I mean, like, they sort of do that with those three in the future arc, where it's like, because they got expelled because they, failed their exams because Nagito put laxatives into the confectioner's candies or into her pastries or whatever, and then blew it up with a bomb. Like, God, insane. In universe, yeah, that's the thing too, is like, it's in universe, it's usually treated like an innate skill, but I think some of them do learn it. So, that head slot real.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment. Kind of forget
punishment? You mean execution?
That is the face I would expect for that.
Wait a second!
Yes. I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
I have a feeling that I'm in danger.
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? The anime is a lot. Honestly, the worst thing the anime does is make you alternate back, because it's published as like 2 seasons. And so you're supposed to watch like 1 episode of each in a row. Well, if he hadn't broken down the door. But also, Danganronpa 3 is not the zero time dilemma of Danganronpa. Absolutely not. It's perfectly fine. It's like, people get so mad about it. It's not that bad. It's not the best, for sure. ZTD is Zero Time Dilemma from Zero Escape. Yeah. But yeah, no, I will refute that, because Zero Time Dilemma stands in a category of its own. Anyways, after she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So that's why...
It did not... I was so mad. Like, the VoDs from Zero Time Dilemma are still up on my... on the VoDs channel. And, like, I was so bitter and pissy throughout. And then the Spike Chunsoft video talking about Zero Time Dilemma 2, it was so... No, that's not... Stop it. Had enough of this.
Oh.
Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Maybe one day it'll get made. It didn't get picked in the polls. The 100-line one did, but maybe one day. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
What? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. I have no idea what you're talking about, man, but yes. Oh, wait, no, I do know who you're talking. Isn't it Kelly Osbourne or whatever from The View where she's like, that's the, who's going to clean your toilets, Donald Trump, if you deport all the Mexicans? Oh, that's not. No, but in the sense that. Giant button. Dear God, Uchikoshi, I love and respect your work so much, but goddamn. Delta is a crime. Kodaka commits a lot of little crimes with the incest shit. Uchikoshi committed one giant crime. Oh, for that entire game. God, that was so much. Anyways. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. I don't know. All kinds of other stuff. Isn't that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. There's so many assholes from Zero Time Limit. Oh, Mira's boyfriend, the fucking useless loser, Eric. I mean, there's a lot of useless normies, but useless, but not necessarily normies. Q was the man in the Iron Man suit in Virtue's Last Reward. No, wait, no, never mind. I know I'm wrong. Yeah, Q was the. Or no, that's right. Yeah, Q was the one in the Iron Mask from Virtue's Last Reward. Wait, no, what? Who am I thinking of? I thought that there was a different. I'm confused because the kid is shot. Yeah, but like, hold on. Because I thought that they're not D team, they're Q team. I mean, I guess they were. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably some. That's probably what it is. I'm just. God, I hate that. I don't know why I thought it was Q. Eric. The biggest sin of Eric, of his many, many sins, is that he drags down Mira. And Mira's already pretty fucking atrocious. She's very much so goddamn. She's an inescapable character, frankly. But. I mean, we're not spoiling 999 right now. We're spoiling Zero Time Dilemma. And also, anyone who gets Zero Time Dilemma spoiled for them so they don't play the game is being spared. So I generally, if I've played the game on stream before, and it's an older game, I usually don't have an issue with that. Like, you know, like, if I haven't played it on stream before and I don't intend to play it and it's older, it's fine. If I have played it on stream, but it's, like, still really new, then I usually don't like having spoilers on there. Like, that's kind of the mix that I go for. Also, thank you for the hydration check, Buppo. Yeah, I know Delta was with Q Team. I just... Also, it's not that he was out of view of the camera. It's that he's the point of view in that one, but only in that one. It's the only character. It's so fucking dumb. God, No, you can enter Delta and something weird happens. Like, you get an achievement for it, I know. But the reveal doesn't happen. It's not in the library. It's in a different... Because in the library, you can choose to shoot one of those people, but if you pick Delta, it's... You can still get him shot, and it's like a weird ending, but it doesn't give it away. I don't know. Remember the moment where Eric is like pointing a shotgun at the child's head and is like, you need to tell me who killed Mira or whatever. And Eric and Sean is just like, it gives you like a blank, like 5 characters to keep saying it. And you can pick any number of them. I don't even know what the correct answer is. I don't think there is a correct answer. You just keep picking different ones. He just keeps shooting him in the head. Mira doesn't understand motives, but also, or metaphors, but also like the way that, again, part of what stops it from being an icon is Eric, but also a big part of it is fucking the fact that it retcons the entire series in such a stupid, unnecessary way that makes it worse. God, I'm so, it's been years. Actually, when did I even play Zero Time Blood? It was so long ago. Let me see. I played it in preparation for the Spike Chunsoft video, so it was like one of the first games I played as a VTuber, I think, actually. It was like the 6th, I mean, I guess in terms of when it last got updated, it was the 6th game I played, story game. Or not even, depends if you count the Quantum Edge. I count the Quantum Edge of fun. Because I played Virtue's Last Reward, and then I was playing Either Somnium Files and Master Detective Archives and all that other stuff. But, God, I played Zero Time Dilemma in 3 streams because I was so mad. And the only reason it wasn't 2 streams was because there was a thunderstorm and I had to stop for a bit. Oh yeah, he has such complicated motives. Delta and every... fucking bad game. And I don't, like... I don't blame the writers. I blame the fact they didn't... They needed more funds to go back to the drawing board. I'll defend Uchikoshi. Yeah, Delta does work, but he says something weird about it. Delta work? Oh my god. You know what? If she was in the game, it would have been so much better. I could believe that she was hiding just off camera all the time. I didn't like C-Team, but that's because I still think about the people who got mad at me for the Inescapable video because I trashed Akane and Junpei because I fucking hate them. Like, I don't even know if I should hate them as much as I do. I just find them obnoxious and annoying, and like Junpei in particular in Zero Time Dilemma becomes such a whiny little brat, so mopey and meh. And Akane's big brain behavior kind of gets undermined by the fact that she just goes insane a few times. Like, people got mad at me for that, and I was just like, whatever. But like, no, I think D-Team was the only redeemable one right up until the point where, like, I think it was Phi got incinerated, right? And then Diana and Sigma hooked up while drunk, like while she was drunk. I don't know if he was, but she definitely was. And I think he hits her. I'm pretty sure that happens. And then it's treated like it's just sort of a romance. Junpei is, yeah, 3 separate characters. I mean, one of them is good in the only good, or not the only good. 999 was also fine, but like VLR is like a very good game, I think. Diana, oh, did she? I thought Sigma smacked her. Or he said something really off base that made her... Didn't he like say something about like her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend or something like that? There was some... I don't know. I know that when that scene, when we watched it, when it happened on stream, I was like, this is so fucking uncomfortable. And then she was drunk, and then they hooked up, and then she had twins, and then sent them back in time with the alien tech. He's not drunk either. Yeah, but she was drunk. For sure. And then, that was when they... Okay, I remember now. And then they slept together, and then it was like, Sigma, I don't know if you're a good person doing all this while she's shit-faced out of her mind and clearly in a spiral. You're taking advantage of this, and bit of a rough... No one's character came out of that game unscathed. That's for fucking sure. Yeah, Carlos was the only good part of C-Team. Honestly, the only good character in that game. And was unfortunately just stuck with morons. Sorry, we're getting distracted with this, but like, it's... True. God, it's such a... It's so much. Also, it's the fact that, like, Akane... I think part of it is also the way I played it really made it the worst version of itself. Because, like... I don't know. I think one of the first rooms I ended up in was with C-Team, where fucking... Yeah, he's just staring. Where Junpei is dead, and so Akane goes after Carlos with a chainsaw. And it's like, this is really 0 to 100 for Akane, a character who is not known for getting violently dangerous towards people. I think Carlos kills her after that too, doesn't he? I think that was a lot of it. There's... That's a lot. Oh yeah, and how shifting just turned into a thing anyone could do, and it was just like popping all around the time. God, fucking... Oh. Like... We worked in a stupid way too, where they could bring people with them. And they could just be like, okay, all of us are going to go back to before the game started. I think we all shift. remember how it was like a big thing in Virtue's Last Reward that no one else could because Sigma and Phi were doing all the, like they were too strong of an Esper or whatever the fuck. So it was like sucking all the energy out. Like a powerful one nearby would stop others from doing it. And like you couldn't really learn how to do it. You just kind of had to be built to do it and then like hone it. But then Carlos learns how to do it. Then everyone knows how to do it. And they just like, drag Mira and Eric. Uchikoshi's so lucky that he's made so many other good games. Guys, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hi, Maori. I'm good. Or not much is up. We're about to see a child go through a traumatic experience, but other than that, we're doing good. How are you? Hell yeah, the algorithm finally is being an ally. Wait, I have an emote for this. Wait, where is it? Oh god. Oh no. Where is it? There we go. Well, not stoned. What is this, the Bible?
Hey!
No more begging. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Yeah, we're having a good day, Mari.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, I thought I have to press the button. I thought I would just go. Like the only time the voice matches the expression when he has that one on. Time for the punishment. Yeah, like this one has the like distrust art style to it too, like with the kind of like the desaturated style. Compared to all the other ones, like the other ones are a lot lighter. Also, why is the music so much quieter here than everywhere else in the game? Here, I'll just turn it up a little bit. Everything else is gonna be a little too loud, whatever, it's fine. I would love to see them try distrust, but I'm glad that this is what we got instead. Yeah, I mean, like you can tell, like in all of the art style aspects of it, like the saturation goes down so hard. Like the grays and the blues. Yeah, the red. I don't know. Actually, I hadn't really thought about it as much before this stream, but like, it is really like, it is such a different art style than the other ones. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Oh shit. Let me just turn that volume back down. What is it at? Let's go down to like, I think this is what I had it at before. Yeah, like it'd be interesting, but also I think that Danganronpa wouldn't work as well if it was just dark. Hi, Ali. I'm good. How are you? Hope you've had a good night or a good day. I'm not sure what time it is for you. Thanks. Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. So, what's going on?
I can't take it.
Can't take this anymore. I think distrust also would have had people rightfully a little bit more concerned because it is a little bit too like. I think Danganronpa needs to be too goofy, pink blood and all that. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well,
if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. I can't even try to do that laugh. I'm just like to practice it off camera. Man, fuck you. What the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, evil, secret society type of guy. Awful,
Say what?
whatever. Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. Piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. Tops. Duh. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Brilliant deduction, Sherlock. What's her name? Fucking process elimination. Psycha Sharonford Holmes. Well, okay, and we all actually know the ages. It's the blackest punishment. It's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
We'll discuss it more when it comes up more. When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. So Hyasung. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. And Hyasung is delinquent and also bratty, but also kind of tough guy, so it does hit a lot of marks. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Scared to be lonely. Okay. Glad we all get to grunt. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why... As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. It's always been suffer. She's trying to put a cork on the whole head slop. She's trying to resolve it, and she's failing. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. I don't get it. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
She should have been better at killing people. It's almost ironic when you think about it. Not really, but sure. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Yeah, like your best friends, people you have known for more than 5 minutes for sure.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. I think I'm right about Sayaka, which is that she did just want to get back at Leon. Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. Yeah, we know. It's going to be really fucking annoying. How could I possibly... And keep in mind, he doesn't carry both of them. He carries one of them. I'm going to carry Sayaka and Leon, he says, forgetting Leon about 5 minutes after this. How could I possibly move past something like that? It's like a coldly cover me. Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. Yeah, like, I think that Sayaka was, like, fully, like, she was... I think that she's ruthless. I think that whatever she went through in the entertainment industry turned her bloodthirsty, and, like, when she didn't need it, she didn't turn it on, but, like, when she did, she could, you know? So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. No, Makoto. You're gonna end up just like Sarah Chidoin. It didn't go well for her. I have high expectations for you. She said that she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
And by the way, I have to admit it. I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. I still have... I'm never gonna understand why they made that choice. God, again, like the UI of this is nice. I have no idea. So yeah, that's all. You received the Despair Bat present. Okay, so that's where that chapter ends. Wrong button. So we're gonna go back to the main menu. We've done a good time. These are shorter chapters for sure, because the trials in the other games take like, or at least in the V3, always took me like well over 3 hours. I mean, she really is so popular for the second death. That's like crazy. But I mean, she does have a really good character design, so fair enough. That one guy did turn an entire mansion into a fucking Sayaka shrine, so Stranger Things. Although, what was I gonna say? I kind of thought in mind and I just forgot. But I don't know. I do think that Sayaka in Buried Stars is basically just Ji-young. That's her. She's in Hamakota's sale. I feel like she's a little bit too timid to be Inha. Inha's more Junko. Yeah, Sayaka... Sayaka wouldn't have made it that far in Buried Stars. I think actually has to be the thing we have to admit. Because she couldn't be Inha. Inha's too interesting. Dies in the building crash? Yeah, she's the producer. Okay, well, anyway. I mean, like, out of the 5 of them, I think Ji-young is the one she's closest to, but I don't think any of them are, like, a good fit. Anyways, let's see who's live, who we can rate out to. Thank you for getting the raid messages, Buppo. Hold on, let me grab those. Excuse me. Inha is such a... love her. Yes, wait, hold on. Don't say your goodbyes yet, because we haven't picked who we're going to raid out to yet. Let's see. to make sure I don't raid out to someone who's like almost done. Because I always feel bad when I raid someone like 5 minutes before they end and they have to be like, oh, I'm going to continue a little bit now. And I'm like, no. Yeah, I think they're almost done. I can't listen to their streams because I don't want to hear that. Or I don't want to like give away who I'm looking at because I always feel really bad when I'm looking at someone's stream and then don't go with them. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna raid out to Lunex. And also, I need to ask where he's getting his starting soon screen from because that looks so good. Okay. He has like a Persona 3 inspired one. It looks so cool. Hold on, I'll raid out to it and we'll be able to see. Yes. Okay, they do match. Yes, thank you everybody for being here, whether for some of the stream, all the stream, bits and pieces, all that good stuff. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming back. I was a little bit worried no one was going to watch, honestly, because I was gone for so long, so I'm glad everyone's here. But yeah. NJD, thanks Bill, thanks Carrie. Yes, whether for some of it, all of the bits and pieces, etc., all that good stuff. I hope you had a good time, and I will see you around again soon. We'll be streaming on Thursday. We'll be doing Pokemon. Friday, we'll be Shoot in Order. I think on Saturday, I also have something planned. I think I might... Maybe. I forget. Then there'll be a new video out on Sunday. Anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out. Goodbye. Bye.